Hello once again, fellow friends. Like I said last week, we went on a road trip. We got a whole bunch of fruit. These strawberries we're gonna do this week. We stuck them in the freezer while we got through the cherries. And now it is strawberry week. We preserved strawberries all this week. After dinner, we all went to town cutting strawberries, cooking strawberries. It's amazing. It's preserving season, and we got a great deal on these strawberries. It was 4 of the pints of strawberries for $1. I couldn't pass it up. So we bought 20 of them. So we have 20 pounds of strawberries that we are going to work through today. And here we're chopping them up and we're putting them on our freeze dryer. We are saving the tops because those tops are gonna make strawberry pop and strawberry vinegar. Nathan loves to put stuff in the freeze dryer and take things out of the freeze dryer. It's always great when you can get the little ones involved. And the more you get them involved, the safer their futures are going to be. Madison loves to carry the strawberries over after they're filled, hand them off to Nathan, and into the freeze dryer they go. They'll be in here for about 24 hours, which is great because every night we can do another batch. And while these are going, we're gonna take those tops and cut up more strawberries. I like to chop up strawberries to make strawberry jam the night before. Let them sit in sugar in the refrigerator to make more of that good syrup, which is so delicious. Here it is the next day, and they're all done. We're gonna take these out. Look at how perfect they look. And the critics say, Yep, good. He likes to draw out the expense. But then we are going to get to work and we're going to take these strawberries and put them in jars. Madison likes to use the little vacuum sealer, which is amazing. She's really good at it too. Nathan just helped fill up all these jars. We got 8 jars. Technically, we only got to seal up 6 because 2 jars went missing into kids' bellies. Nathan's like, peace out, dude. I got my jar. Madison's like, I'm gonna finish this. This is an amazing little jar sealer. It just sucks out all the air for ya. Just make sure you put it on charge. Sometimes I go to take it and I'm like, oh, it's not charged. But it does still work when it's plugged in. And while we're taking those out, she's gonna snack. Here are some of the tops. We're gonna put them in these 1-gallon jars. Michael just looked at his phone, which told us it is 1 more week of this heat wave. Yes, we are in a very hot heat wave. Hopefully, next week, we get this rain that we're supposed to get and it drops the temperature slightly. Crossing our fingers, let's hope. But fill up this jar with all your strawberry tops. Put in 1 cup of sugar and fill it up with water. And then stir. Mix it up, get all that sugar combined and dissolved in there. We only let ours sit for 3 days. The kids like it a little bit more sweeter than tangy. If you like it more tangy, let it go for 4 or 5 days. But for the kids, they like it a bit more sweeter. This does taste like the Fanta pop that you get from the grocery store, except healthier for you because they are fermented, which is better for your gut. We also did another video on this, and I think I did a short on it too. So you can go check those out. But I got enough out of this batch to do 1.5 gallons. I'm going to put on a coffee filter to make sure no flies or fruit flies get in there. I'll put a rubber band on top of this later. But this is what it looks like after you stir it all together. This is my 1/2 gallon. I only put a 1/2 cup of sugar in here along with the rest of the strawberry tops. And off to cutting strawberries for our jam. Again, I always love it when the kids come in and help. It makes things go faster and easier. And again, they learn. 3 days later, we pour it out. This 1 gallon made 3 quart jars for me. And this is so easy. It's gonna last in your refrigerator for months. It is fermented. You're just gonna put on your lid and your top, and you're gonna stick this in the back of your refrigerator. You can bring this out and drink as is. You can put in like your Sprite or whatever and get more of a bubbliness. But the kids love this. I'll bring it out once in a while for treats. Also, you can kind of freeze them. You do freeze them, but you can freeze them in ice cube trays and put little toothpicks in there. And they make great popsicles. This one overfilled a bit, so I'm trying to get it out without spilling. But of course, I splooged. There's always messes in the kitchen, but perfect masterpieces. Don't let those tops go to waste. We are going to sprinkle them on the ground, and the chickens, turkeys, and ducks are going to love them. It is also fermented, so it's also good for your chickens too. Again, waste not. So everything of the strawberry was used. None of it went to waste. Don't throw away those tops. Make your strawberry pop. Feed them to your chickens. If you don't have chickens, get a worm bin. Feed them to your worms. Make great compost that way. Also, if you don't want strawberry pop, you can make strawberry vinegar. And then you can have a strawberry vinaigrette for your salads. Or if you want, you can also marinate your pork in it. There's multiple ways. Look at the geese they're showing off. Our geese are getting so big. This is our strawberry vinegar. So I buy the apple cider vinegar in 1 gallon, and when I get home, I will separate it down into quarts and seal them back up, because a quart jar is a lot easier to use than the gallon. So fill up your quart jars and take your apple cider vinegar, pour it on top. Now these are going to sit for about 3 to 4 weeks until the strawberry flavoring is infused. We also did this with the cherry pits, and that one is turning out so dark, deep red, and almost smells like a cherry. There's no fragrance of apple cider vinegar left. It almost just smells like a cherry when you take this out. And that's only been a week. I can't wait until like 2 more weeks and we crack it open and use it as a dressing on our salad. That is what it's going to look like. And we'll just put our rings on that and set it off to the side. My counter is filling up with vinegar scraps and pop, and the back of my counter is just lined up with these jars. And also the top shelf in my refrigerator is also lining up with these pops. It is going to be a great treat this winter, when we take this out and crack open a jar of summer. My jar here is empty, as you see, but I'm just gonna cut the video and go fill it up with another jar. Madison here is helping us chopping up the strawberries. She's so excited, and the strawberry top is gonna go in the strawberry top bin. There we go. We also have a bucket of strawberries that are too soft and too mushy and they just don't look right. We give those to the chickens, and then we have our bowl that we are going to put in the refrigerator overnight to get all nice and soupy. And she's doing pretty good, really good, working with our knives. She's always in the kitchen, wanting to help. And there she's dumping it in. So you're going to put it on the stove. And we didn't use any pectin in our strawberry jams. We just cooked it all down until it was a nice consistency. When you make strawberry jam, you still have to put lemon juice in there. And it calls for like 2 teaspoons. But however many cups of fruit I have is how many cups of lemon juice I put in. I think 1, it brightens the color, and 2, it does sour and the sweet just play off each other better. So you only need to put 2 in there, but this was 6 cups of strawberries, so I put 6 teaspoons of lemon juice in there. And here we're just ladling them into our jars. As you see, it did boil over. That was a big mess to clean up. But again, messes in the kitchen make masterpieces. And this is amazing strawberry jam with just strawberries and sugar. Who can beat that, right? And lemon juice. So 3 ingredients total. Instead of sitting and reading the whole back of the jar that you get from the grocery store. 3 ingredients on your shelf. We're going to water bath can this. You only need to water bath can it for 10 minutes, but I go an extra 5, so I put it in for 15. But every night we just keep rotating through this. We'll chop them. We'll take them off of the freeze dryer. We'll fill up the freeze dryer trays. We'll either make pop or vinegar, and then we will take strawberries and put them on the stove to make the jam. So these entire 20 containers of strawberries were used all weekend. So, excuse me, all week, not weekend, all week. By the weekend, I was done, finally. But small batch canning is great. You can just kind of do it here, do it there. Exactly. You don't have to do big batches that take all day. Just some small ones here, some small ones there, and it all adds up. We do have our 4 jar canning lids we are going to put on. But always wipe your rims to make sure that you get no jam or anything on it. Whatever you're canning, always wipe your rims. I like to run my finger over it just to make sure there's no dings, dents, cracks, divots. And then put your lids on, put your rings on, These are ready to water bath can. Like I said, for 10 minutes, but I do 15. This is what the strawberry look like when you take them out of the refrigerator, nice and goopy. And then they start to bubble and raise. This is where it boiled over on the other day. I stirred it vigorously so it wouldn't on this day. And it will boil down to look like this. On this night, Nathan helped me put on the lids and rings. Again, 4 jars canning lids. The jar is a little too hot for him, so he is going to put on a glove and try and get on these rings. Took him a little, but he did get it. And this is what our counter looks like every night this week. Strawberry jam and freeze-dried. See you next time. And also, we can't forget, we hatched out some more baby chicks. They're adorable. Well, all of this strawberry was going on, we hatched out these babies. So cute. Don't forget, like and subscribe so you can see more kitchen preservations. And of course, babies. Look at that. 8 babies so far. Amazing. See you next time.